this opening face-off is underway as the Pats win the draw to begin this hockey game. Slaney pass up the middle, gets broken up in midair. Stanek on the left wing side fires the puck into the middle, went off the skate of Niall Crocker, and Anthony Wilson for the Regina Pats throws the puck down the ice into Prince Albert territory. Rimmed along the right boards to Crocker for Prince Albert. Inside the D zone, will send it up the right boards. It squeaks out to center. Pats recollect. Ty Gibson in the middle of the ice for Regina. Lifts it gently off the glass on the right wing side.
Kind of Pats, and they're shorthanded early on.
Moose Jaw was 2 for 3 on their power play on Friday night in that victory over the Regina Pats by a 6-3 score as the puck comes down into the Raiders zone. Good forecheck by Tanner Howe, almost forced a turnover. Stanek brings it out to center ice for the Raiders. Now Oiring over the line at the left side, whacks the puck down to the half wall, into the Regina left corner. Christensen for the Raiders holds it in at the line. He'll whack it off the glass. It trickles deep. Left corner, Oiring for Prince Albert. Off the glass, left point. Christensen hands it off to Stanek. Left dot, side of the goal, in front. Crocker shoots in tight. Stopped by Pine, he can't cover it, and the Raiders hold it in at the line. Christensen off the left boards, down to Stanek at the half wall. Now gets pinned up along the glass. 16:46 to go in the first, no score. Christensen at the line for the Raiders. Right side, Ryder Ritchie shields the puck, hands it off to Christensen. Right circle, fires a shot, deflected by Crocker as Lolliker returns from a lower body injury, as he was out for the last 6 to 8 weeks. Puck is banked into the Raiders zone by Wilson, who almost absolutely demolished Justice Christensen. Raiders in transition through center. Crocker over the line, hands it off to Stanek in the slot. He shoots, and it's off a body and over the zone. And at the left circle, Regina wins the draw. Haynes off the far wall, all the way back towards the Raiders net, and Wilson
battling for positioning as well, so he probably won't get much rest either heading into the postseason for the Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders have a, I guess, rookie 18-year-old goaltender. Puck turned over in the Regina zone. Oiring all alone, stopped by Kelt Pine in front of the crease. Pats couldn't get it out. Stanek intercepted it, got it towards Oiring in front of the net, and he was stone cold by Kelt Pine. Wrist shot by Christensen at the line for the Raiders is blocked. Anthony Wilson had his stick tangled up in front of the Regina net. It's cleared off the right boards and out by Carson Haynes. And a nice...
Maybe that's why there's so many fans that decided to make the journey to the Brand Center.
Loose puck on the side of the Regina net. It's bouncing just wide of Pine back into the corner as it was Matchis and McMillan who drove towards the front of the goal mouth. Back, Tyson Buchkowski back in the lineup for the regiment. Plays it off the right boards all the way back into the Raiders zone. No icing. Wilson to the left point, Buchkowski, wrist shot deflected wide of the goal. Whitehead in the right corner, 15 goals on the year. Back to the line, Haynes for Regina, to Whitehead. Backhands it to the half boards. Wilson will redirect it to the corner for Tanner Howe. Harrison Lodwick gets crunched in the left corner, back of the Raiders net. We're 9 minutes into the first period. The game is scoreless between Regina and Prince Albert. 5th of 6 meetings this season between the Pats and Raiders as they'll wrap up the season series on Wednesday at the Art Hauser Center. Puck is still tied up in the left corner, back of the Prince Albert goal. And it looks like play continues. I thought I heard a whistle.
I did too.
I think it was a fan. Banked off the left boards by Lodwick back into the Regina zone. Pushed out to center by Buchkowski. Howe lifts it off. Face off on the blocker side of Max Hildebrandt. 1-0 Pats. Regina is 12-9-4 when they score first this season. And they scored the opening goal a lot over that U.S. road trip, including in their last game against Moose Jaw. McMillan over the line for the Raiders. His shot is blocked in the slot by Buchkowski. Wilson gains center. Over the Prince Albert line. Sends the puck into the corner. Can't jump around the defender. Justice Christensen will feed it out to center. Ritchie over the Regina line. Dangles to the right circle. From behind the net, shoots it off. Kelt Pine shoulder, and the Raiders tie it. For the Raiders. Under 6 minutes to play in the first. Raiders and Pats tied up at 1 with goals from Spencer and McMillan for the Raiders. Down below the left circle, Slaney wraps it around the net, and the Pats had their stick tied up, and now Stanek brings it out to center. Motors over the Regina line, takes it down below the right circle, puts on the brakes. Sloan Stanek, shifty move, watched by Whitehead. Right point finds Johnson. Wrist shot in front is going to be blocked. Ushermansky off the boards, and it trickles out to center. Kovacs floats it back into the Regina zone. 5 minutes to go in the first. Tied up at 1. Gibson for the Pats. Feeds the puck through center, and now Kovacs for the Raiders. Left side, a pass for Pearden. Gains the Regina zone, hands it off to Lodwick. Left side, he shoots, and a block in front. Tanner Howe the other way. Good sauce pass finds Wilson. Over the Raiders line at the right side. Centering pass in front. Hit the backhand of Tanner Howe. Couldn't get a shot away. Back the other way. The Raiders in transition. Doobie to Lodwick. Over the Regina line. Will feather the puck down below the right circle. Doobie, a bad angle shot, is stopped the left post by to this first period, and the game tied up at 1. Raiders win the face-off in the Regina zone. Puck trickles into the right corner. McMillan with the game's tying goal. Throws the puck in front and it redirects wide off the stick of Christoph Matches. Kovacs left point for the Raiders. Wrist shot is blocked as it goes up into the crowd.
Charge after Ron Robinson was around for nearly 30 years, so definitely lots of questions we could ask.
And of course, Ron Robinson with a connection to the community as well, hails from Indian Head. And he joined us earlier on in the season when he was doing, I guess, his farewell tour around the Western Hockey League. Slaney banks it off the right boards and out to center ice. Final minute 30 of the first, 1-1. Gibson for the Pats in the Regina zone, off the right boards, out to center, hit a skate. McMillan has trouble with it, and he has to get it back into the Regina zone. Gibson, a stretch pass up the middle for Howe, broken up. Goldschmidt gains the Regina zone, hands it off to Matches, and a right wing side shot goes.
And that's what you'd expect from him and the way he's developed throughout his Western Hockey League career. Definitely becoming, or has become, an offensive threat.
Shot by Matches off a tie-up, goes over the net. Right point Johnson, the final 10 seconds of the first. Goes over to Ritchie, near the point, in trouble. And the puck pushed off his stick out to center. Howe, now Slaney over the line. The Western Hockey League Commissioner, Dan Neer, in the leader post first intermission show when the second period is underway. Wilson redirects the puck up the middle, back into the Raiders zone. Christensen goes D to D. Terrell Goldschmidt back to Christensen. A pass on the right wing side finds Crocker. Poked off his stick by Braxton Whitehead. Bouncing puck at center ice. A whack by Crocker, couldn't get it deep. Now Aiden Oiring will dump it back into the Regina corner. Pine will rim it around the right boards. Howe redirects it into the middle, intercepted. Crocker's shot for the Raiders is blocked. And forced out to center by Whitehead. Aiden Oiring at neutral ice, cross ice. Goldschmidt chips the puck into the Pats left corner. We're almost a minute into the second. The game is tied up at 1. Gibson, a stretch pass all the way back behind the Raiders net.
That's a really cool way to kind of show some of the old school folks that, hey, sometimes it's okay to change jerseys once in a while, and that was a really cool answer. I thought it was going to be Temple going, but no, play goes on with the Pats in possession.
And now the net empty, a 6-on-5 advantage for Regina with 16:50 to play in the second. The game tied up at 1. Whitehead receives a pass of the right boards, has his stick tangled up. Regina Pats power play operating at 21.1% this season. That's 14th in the Western Hockey League, taking on a Raiders penalty kill that ranks 7th at 79%. And Regina has to reset in behind their own net.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Time the penalty 3-7.
Whitehead over the Raiders. One of the Reginas owned by the Raiders. Goldschmidt hands it off at the midpoint. Stanek shoots and it's blocked.
37 of the second period of play.
And now back at center ice. Christensen for Prince Albert. He's got 10 goals on this season. Hands it off at neutral ice. Good poke by Tanner Howe. Got it off the stick of Aiden Oiring. And a hand pass. Millen takes the face-off against Spencer, and a face-off won by the Pats. Keegan Slaney has the puck on the left wing side. Curls back near the center ice line. Inside the Regina line, Keegan Slaney of Airdrie, Alberta. Watched by Ryder Ritchie. Goes back behind the Regina net, turned it over. Now Tanner Howe gets it back. Off the boards, out to center. Raiders have it in their own end. Terrell Goldschmidt on the left wing side. Drops it back for Ryder Ritchie at center. Meanders his way up the middle. Drives left over the Regina line. Sends it up the left boards. Banked into the corner by Johnson in front. McMillan receives a pass. He shoots and it's blocked as Ritchie sent it in front. And now Spencer curls back into the Regina zone and he'll feed it out to center. Slaney glides over the attacking line for the Pats. He'll send it deep to the corner. Tanner Howe will pick it up in the right corner for the Pats. Shields it near the line. Leaves it there. Bridgman walks into the circle. He fires that one over the net. 5 minutes into the second, the game
of the season with the Prince Albert Raiders jockeying for playoff positioning right now. Still trying to get in mathematically as well.
Christensen shovels the puck off the boards, and it bounces out to center ice. Howe over the Raiders line, left side, long shot in the gloves. Howe pointless over his last three, takes the face-off, shoots it low, and it's blocked. And then
will be his draft year instead of last year, and a lot of people are still picking him to be a late first round, early second round type player, and he's going to want to have a strong finish to this season.
Oiring takes it over the Regina line at the right side, wrist shot, good block in front. Shots are 16-6 for Prince Albert, 9 minutes into the second period. Good tie up with the far boards by Wilson. Pats get it back. Howe a pass to Whitehead at center. Over the Prince Albert line, stops in the left circle. On his backhand, centers it. Wilson shoots, score! Anthony Wilson with his 8th of the season, and the Pats have regained the 1-goal lead. They're up 2-1 with 10:38 to go in the second period.
And how about that pass from Braxton Whitehead, Dante? Spins, moves it on his backhand right into the slot. It finds Anthony.
Raiders dasher. And at center ice, McMillan. He's got a goal tonight, hands it off inside the zone for Crocker. Now to Stanek, right circle, shoots, and he missed the net. Oh boy, a dangerous chance for the Raiders. Puck tied up at the half wall. Crocker to the right point. Christensen, wrist shot off the end boards. 7:35 to play in the second. Pats up by 2. Have scored twice here in the second, a lead 3-1. Pats turn it over in their own end. Stanek, right side, feathers it in front, and he almost got an open now. Crocker, who had the open net, but it went over his stick. Wilson to Howe at center, who gets hit hard into the boards. No penalty. Terrell Goldschmidt to center ice for Christensen. In over the Regina line. Drives the puck down low. Centering pass in front to the high slot. Sloan Stanek for the Raiders. Nifty move. Still has it. Hands it off. Braden Doobie. Eric Johnson. Left point. One-timer Christensen for the Raiders.
For the Prince Albert Raiders. And Kelton Pine comes up big, not once, not twice, but 3 times for the Regina Pats in that last sequence.
Richie motors over the Regina line at the left side. Stuck in his feet, will play it up the boards. Knocked down. And it's cleared out by Zane Rowan. 24 seconds to go on the penalty kill for the Pats. 3-1 for Regina with 4:20 to play in the second. Atchis in over the Regina line. Lost the puck. In behind the Pats net. Doobie to the left point. Johnson back to Doobie off his stick. Ricochets in front. Tanner Howe will bring it out to center. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Left side over the Raiders line. Tanner Howe to the goal. He shoots, and a good save high by Hildebrand. Chenier.
Yeah, I think there's a few talking points from the second period we can bring up.
Yeah, absolutely. Pats have a 3-1 lead, hopefully heading into the second intermission. Bridgman off the glass in the Regina zone. It trickles down to the left corner. Wilson beats the icing for the Pats. Left corner, centering pass in front. And it was stuck in traffic, so it goes to the corner. Double kabang in the left corner as Howe tried to level a check, and Whitehead went down to the ice too. Raiders in transition. Stanek over the Regina line into the slot area, cutting to his left. Stick is lifted, and he can't get a shot away as he's angled into the corner by Bridgman. Left point for the Raiders. Goldschmidt to Christensen. He shoots in a good butterfly second of the Regina zone period and shoots it wide. And around the boards, here's Tanner Howe at center. Over the Raiders line, left side, walks to the net, and he lost possession in below the goal line to the right point. Bridgman back off the end boards. Anthony Wilson gets tied up at the half boards. 10 seconds to play in the second. A 3-1 Pats lead. Puck still tied up, and that'll do it for the second period of play. It's a 3-1 Regina Pats lead after third against Aiden Oiring. And this third period is underway. Slaney will fire the puck off the draw in around the Prince Albert boards. It squeaks into the middle. Howe shoots, he scores! And the Pats have a 3-goal lead at 4-1, 10 seconds into this third period. It's your captain, Tanner Howe, with his team leading 27th of the year.
Well, how about that? It's another quick play along the wall by Braxton Whitehead. Deflects it out front to Tanner Howe, who's in the slot. He makes no mistake. Tremendous skill by the Pats captain to snap that one home. And just 10 seconds into this third period, it's the Regina Pats extending their lead to 4-1, Dante.
First in 3 games for Tanner Howe. He's got a goal and an assist tonight, and the Regina Pats quickly are up 4-1. Let's listen in.
Regina Pat goal, his 27th of the season, scored by number 43, Tanner Howe. Assist to number 11, Anthony Wilson.
Matches over the Regina line. Wrist shot, whistles it over the net.
10 seconds. Howe, 27th of the season from.
And that is the fastest goal scored to start a period this season for the Regina Pats. Towards the Raiders' net by Whitehead. McMillan. Long pass, Ritchie over the line, right side for the Raiders. Centering pass in front, went off a skate. Left side for Prince Albert at the point. Goldschmidt lets it fly, stopped by Pine. Rebound, Matches whistles that one over the net. Christensen holds it in for Prince Albert. Ritchie just outside the right circle for the Raiders. Will go down to the right corner. Ritchie gets it over to Christensen. Matches digs it up behind the Regina net. Right point, McMillan for the Raiders. Has Prince Albert's only goal. Shoots it low and a kick saved by Pine. Matches. Left point, Goldschmidt walks in, centering pass underneath the stick of Ritchie. Whitehead off the boards. It trickles to center ice. 15:20 to play in the third. A 4-1 Regina Pats lead. Spencer intercepts it at center, takes it over the Raiders line, backhands it just past Howe. Behind the Prince Albert net. Here's Harrison Lodwick motoring to center. In over the Regina line, up the middle, lost the puck. Spencer now has it. Turns away from traffic, feeds it to center. Chance up the middle, Kinnage. 12:50 to play in the third. A 4-1 Regina Pats lead.
Number 10, Terrell Goldsmith, a double minor for roughing. That's Goldsmith, double minor for roughing. One of the minor penalties being served by number 20, Luke Morris. To the Regina Pats, number 21, Corbin Allman, 2 minutes for roughing. That's Allman, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of.
Gibson inside the Raiders zone for the Pats. Cross ice pass. Vaughn cycles it to the line. Spencer holds it in with his stick, but it comes out to neutral ice as it went off Sloan Stanek and out at center. Pats have to reset. Tanner Howe across the Raiders line at the left side, advancing to the net, takes it around the goal. Off the boards to the right point, Gibson. Spencer, now Gibson midpoint across to Howe. One-timer, and he fired it over the net. He's looking for his 28th and second of the game. Gibson at the midpoint to Howe. One-timer, and he missed it wide again. Gibson at the left point on the power play. Now to Spencer for the Pats. Back to Howe at the right circle area. Loading up, waiting. To the side of the goal, Whitehead shoots. It's on the goal line, and the puck is swiped out by Johnson. Back at center ice, Gibson. Now Oiring across to Johnson and past the center. Ritchie into the Regina zone, cuts to the slot, dangles to the right, centering pass in front, blocked by Anthony Wilson. A pass through Tanner Howe's stick, goes back into the Raiders' corner, no icing. Big hit by Tanner Howe. He lays out Kovacs, who goes head first into the boards, and then he goes after Tanner Howe. And is there a penalty coming up here on the Regina Pats?
There's going to be a charging call, I believe, coming to Tanner Howe.
Out of the midpoint, Christensen across to Stanek. One-timer blocked by Crocker. Rebound in front, pushed out, and knocked down by Howe. And a high stick on the play. That's in the Raiders zone. He's now got 11 goals on this season. Christensen and McMillan scoring for Prince Albert. Oiring jumps across the Regina line. Good stick by Howe to keep it at center. Meanwhile, it's Howe, Wilson, Vaughn, and Spencer scoring for the Pats. Temple holds it in at the left wing side. Will cycle it back of the Prince Albert net. Eric Johnson backhands the puck into the middle, and it's right on the stick of Sloan Stanek. Across the Regina line in the slot, guards the puck. Hands it off. Ritchie, a low shot from the bottom of the right circle, missed the net. Kovacs, a long-range shot from the left side, is over the Regina goal, stays in play as Howe pins it up against the boards at the right side. 3 minutes to go in the third. Net is now empty for Prince Albert. They're down 4-2 here at the Brandt Center. Oiring holds it in for the Raiders. Stanek to Ritchie, left circle in front. One-timer, Goldschmidt.